Welcome to Quantum Life. We experience time as a steady flow, a river carrying us from past to future. But what if time doesn't actually flow at all? What if the feeling of movement through time is something consciousness creates? Modern physics and neuroscience are beginning to suggest that past, present, and future may not exist as separate realities, but as layers of one quantum field, stitched together by awareness. Let's start with a mystery. In the 1980s, physicist John Archibald Wheeler proposed a thought experiment known as the delayed choice experiment. He asked, what if the way we choose to observe a particle now could determine how it behaved in the past? When scientists later performed this experiment, they found something astonishing. Whether light acted as a wave or a particle seemed to depend on the observer's choice, even if that choice was made after the photon had already passed through the apparatus. In other words, the present appeared to influence the past. This idea was later confirmed in more advanced tests, like Anton Zeilinger's quantum eraser experiment at the University of Vienna, where researchers showed that information erased after measurement could change how particles had behaved. Let's now move from physics to the mind. In neuroscience, time is not a stream, it's a construction. The brain doesn't experience events in real time. It collects fragments of data, sight, sound, sensation, and stitches them together into what feels like a continuous now. Research by neuroscientists like David Eagleman at Stanford and Anil Seth at the University of Sussex shows that your brain actually predicts the next fraction of a second before it happens. Your perception of the present is a mental simulation, a moving window of about 3 seconds, updated by memory and expectation. So if both physics and neuroscience agree that the present is constructed, what creates the continuity we call time? The answer may be consciousness itself. Consciousness could be the binding force that sequences quantum possibilities into a narrative, the observer's way of creating coherence from chaos. In this view, your awareness doesn't move through time, it organizes it. It chooses which version of reality to experience next, moment by moment, forming the illusion of flow. Let's zoom out for a moment. In quantum physics, the laws of nature are time-symmetric. They work the same forward and backward. It's consciousness that introduces direction, the sense of before and after. In psychology, we see a parallel. The mind creates continuity by linking memory, the past, and imagination, the future, into one thread of identity, the story of you. But that story can change. And that's where this becomes practical. If the past is not fixed, if it's part of an informational field constantly rewritten by observation, then every time you reinterpret a memory, you're reshaping the pattern of your timeline. When you release guilt, forgive, or see meaning in something that once hurt you, you are changing the way your brain encodes that event, altering your relationship to time itself. And when you imagine a future vividly enough, your brain begins to organize its neural activity and your behavior as if that future were already real. In physics, that's called backward causation. In psychology, we call it intentional focus. Either way, your consciousness is guiding probability toward a preferred outcome. Let's now bring this home. You can't step outside of time, but you can step outside the illusion that it's controlling you. When you understand that time is constructed by observation, you reclaim your power to reshape what it means. The past becomes a library of meaning, not a prison. The future becomes a canvas, not a countdown. Every moment of awareness, every conscious choice to observe differently, reorganizes the timeline of your life. Before we close, consider this. If time is a story your consciousness is telling, what kind of story do you want to live in next? Thank you for watching Quantum Life. If this episode inspired you, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who would love it. You'll find recommended books in the description. Amazon links are included to support the channel and deepen your understanding. And don't forget to watch other episodes on the channel to continue this journey through science and consciousness.